wondered how Steve Jobs, a young, simple man, became so successful in his Apple business? Well, he didn't have $1 million to start with. He didn't have a large group to work with him either. His actions was he took a tiny step forward. And that step toward his business was filled with curiosity of technology and the courage to build his business. This leads me to my topic today. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This quote reminds us that progress depends on small actions, and even the biggest dreams depends on the small first step. Let me explain this idea by the following 3 examples. My first point is that starting something new might be scary. My second point is small actions leads to big achievements. My third example is you don't have to rush. Everybody have their own paces. So for my first example, starting something new is scary. First, when I was on Broadway, on stage, and the judges were in the audience, I was so scared I couldn't dance or sing as well as the other kids. But I just took that tiny step forward on stage, and I was just as good as the other kids. My second example is small steps builds to strong achievements. So first, when my brother wanted to learn 3D printing, he only knew how to 3D print a small benchy or a small fidget. He didn't know how to print anything big, but he wanted to, and he didn't give up. So he took a tiny step forward into learning how to 3D print, and now he knows how to 3D print a water gun. He knows how to print a big dragon and decorations. My third example is that you don't need to rush. Everybody has their own paces. If you rush, it might not be as accurate or good if you took a tiny step forward each day. If you just take that tiny step forward each day, you might be more successful. You don't have to practice 12 hours a day. You just could practice 2 hours a day and every day. Or else you might not be that successful. So whether it's a new challenge or a new dream or a new version of ourselves, we just need to take that tiny step forward. And that step is the step we can take today leads to big achievements. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that step is yours to take.